Yeah.
Okay.
So, hi, I'm Kwan and I'm Thai. And this is my husband, Simon from Germany. So, we are entrepreneur, like entrepreneur who do app business. And yeah, I would like to start talking about our story and how do we work. And Simon will talk about the lesson learned from our business.
So it's about mobile apps.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Have any one of you developed a mobile app already? I don't think so, right? Okay. You developed already, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe a short introduction of us. This is our mobile application. It's like a Facebook, and when you click on it, like for example the Simply Learn Thai,
Just show you the app.
now it's only available in Google, but in 2 weeks it will be available on iOS. So here there are like some categories, and when you open one category, press on it, it is my voice. So yeah, and at the beginning where we launched it, it looks much more uglier. Now it looks professional, but it has like a long story behind it. So when I'm going here in our landing page, and I go to products. So it started first in 2013, like long ago. We had an idea of how to do, like, because Simon wants to learn Thai and I want him to use Learn Thai app, but there's like not the one I like, so I said I want to do an app. And then later on, end of 2013, where we were at the app again after we stopped for a long time. And I mean, we didn't have a lot of time because we had to do the work in during weekend or after work. So we launched the app in 2014 in the 1st of March, the Simply Learn Thai. And we got a lot of downloads and reviews from my friends in Thailand, and so we got found in apps in Play Store, and we got a lot of feedback, good and bad one, and we improved a lot. And so as we see it works. We launched another Learn Languages app in August, the Learn German, spoken by Simon, and in the end of the year we have Simply Learn Spanish. And the end of last year we quit our job as IT consultant and came to Chiang Mai to doing the app full time. And yes, this is our story. And now I want to talk about how the app is built. So like in high level, we need program to do it. We need content, we need the launching process, and we need the marketing. So Simon is doing the first one, and I'm doing the three.
I'm just doing coding.
Yeah.
Just doing the rest.
So for the content, it means I need to translate and do recording. For the launching, I need to put the app into App Store, doing keywords, doing screenshots that localize into the languages we localize the app. And for marketing, we do different campaigns. Simon will talk about it later on as well. And at the beginning, I do everything manually, and it took me around almost 1 month to launch one app. And now, since we start the app full time, we have 12 apps live and 2 in beta and 4 is in progress. How this coming to that series that we can launch the app now, maybe 1 week, 1 app, is because we've done a lot of automation. Like, because I mean, I cannot be the only one who does every work. We have to outsource. Now I found someone to do some of my work. I hire the translator on Fiverr. It's a virtual assistant to do this kind of work, and I also let Simon program some programs that can generate screenshots of the app. Like, because the app has 12 languages, it means each language is maybe 12 screenshots. It means I have to do 144 screenshots. If I do it manually, it would take me 1 hour. But with the program, I just do one click and it's got done in 2 minutes. So we are focusing on automation, giving a work to a virtual assistant, and doing kind of process that I document everything that I can give my work to my assistant here in Chiang Mai. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The virtual assistant, where is the virtual assistant? Philippines, India?
Yeah, we found them on Fiverr and another platform as well. But normally I use Fiverr, and it depends on the language. For example, I have Portuguese, Brazil doing now, so they are from Brazil, but maybe they live in somewhere else. But I just say where they're from. Yeah.
How much? How much do you pay to do translating?
Their different languages have different price. For example, the Portuguese is quite cheap. Maybe they do like 750 words for $5.
Wow.
And they can do like custom orders, because I have a big chunk of translations, like more than 5,000 words. And they can tell me like a custom order to tell me, okay, like I will do it for you for $50 with unlimited revision. Yeah.
So they do the written or the audio? Also the audio translation?
Yeah, now, so at first I only starting with translation, and I find someone in Chiang Mai to do recording.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm starting as well to let someone in Fiverr do the recording, because there is like service called voiceover. That's they record some voice in there, and it's like $100 to $200 for 1,000 phrases for the app.
For how much? How many?
$100, more than $100 for 1,000 phrases.
Oh, phrases.
Yeah.
$100 for 1,000 phrases.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they use the studio because they have to give me the demo.
Right.
Yeah, and then I can hear it. And it's actually not all of doing the app, because someone has to test it, and I'm not the native in the language. So I also find virtual assistants, because they are there for testing as well. Yeah, so they test as a user. They will go all of the phrase in my app and tell which one is wrong and which not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually much better than we had before. Before we had just hired one person, and they translated it, and after that they just recorded. But there just happen errors. It just everyone makes some mistakes, right? And so it's much better to have two persons, or even three, to actually one of them do translation, the other one does the recording, then they can even correct a little bit, and then maybe even a third one make the last quality check. Then it's really good. Because we had in the past often some people, when we released the app and then there was still a little bit of error in it, and then yeah, if you have to correct it afterwards, it's more expensive than if you do it right now.
That's what you learned from your first experience 3 years ago.
Yeah, around that probably.
Great, yeah.
When did you decide it was the time to find some help to outsource? Was it? And have you found the benefit of doing it yet?
Yeah, so actually I did everything until April, and then I told Simon like, I don't think we can do, because our vision is like to have maybe 50 apps, 50 languages. And I said I cannot deliver everything until the end, and I don't want to do the same thing over and over again, because it's not learning anymore for me.
Yeah.
And then we said, okay, what can we outsource? And that, I think when we have around 8 apps, and we say, okay, maybe let's do 20 first, and then it's the starting point that, okay, we have to hire someone to do my work. Yeah. And I already see the result because last week I had someone to help me out, to help me out, and we could launch the beta of 2 apps within 1 week. Yeah. Instead of 4 weeks for one app or 3.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will give to Simon.
Okay, I have even some slides, but just 5. Don't worry. So I will talk about 5 lessons we learned during the time.
It's not.
No. Slide share in the Facebook. So I try to remember them now. What was the first one? Go on, help me.
Don't launch the app no one wants.
Yeah. Just don't make an app no one wants. Okay. That's. I mean, that sounds really easy, right? But actually, when we started to make the app, when we decided to make an app 3 years ago, I actually had a big vision about a very great app, actually to connect millions of people in Southeast Asia by buses and trains using the app. And I wanted to get really rich with this one app. And Kwan had the other idea to make a Learn Thai app that I could use for me to also learn Thai, and maybe we can also put them in the store and let others learn. Then I went to the store, to the Google Play Store, and said, yeah, but why should we create a Learn Thai app? I mean, there are 50 or even 100 other apps for learning Thai in the store already. Then said Kwan, actually she did a little bit of research before that. So she said, yeah, actually, but the others, they're there, but they're crap actually. And we can really do better than them. So how did you find out that the others were bad, or at least we could do better? She just went like in the store and downloaded maybe 10 or 15 Learn Thai apps or in the store, and then she checked, like she tried to put herself in a position to learn Thai, and then she finds some features. Maybe she missed some features, or the interface was not nice, or something like this. And also she checked about the reviews of the other competitor app, especially the negative ones, because actually it's cool in the Google Play Store and even in the Apple App Store. You have all the reviews of the competitors already listed there, and that's exactly the market you want to target. So you just read all the reviews. Sorry, you read all the reviews and check like what feature they're missing. And for example, in the case of the Learn Thai, it was like a lot of them complained the sound quality was not very good of the apps, or it was not very interactive. They missed, for example, a quiz. They just had the phrase, but not a quiz or something like this. Or the interface was bad, was maybe ugly or something like this. So we thought, okay, we built this app based on our competitors and make it better. And the cool thing about this one is you then actually know that you have the market. Like we see how much, we can even see in Google Play, and we can also use some other tools, how many downloads they have and how much money they make. Like at least estimation of how much money the competitors make. So we can see, okay, Learn Thai, maybe $10,000 a month or $15,000 a month, that's not bad. But for my idea, like the great connection idea, we didn't have any proof that it would work. So my conclusion is, like, I don't think you should not be your whole, like if you have a nice idea like a vision and you want to create a great app on it, you should maybe not do it in the first place. Just build the first app business with the proven ideas, and then you can make money of that. And then if you have like maybe 5,000-6,000 a month, then you can start to make your vision come true, right? There was the first link one. So the second one is, better launch too early than too late. Here you see actually the screenshot of our of the first version of our app. It's really ugly, I think. It's just, now it looks very nice, but
Basic.
yeah, it's pretty basic. And you see it's made by programmers, not by designers or something, I think. And yeah, so when we launched this first version, it was in, when was it?
14
Yeah.
beginning February.
I said, like, there's no way we would launch this because it actually is ugly first, but also it had some it didn't have the features I wanted. I wanted a flashcard feature and a nice settings one. and so something like this, and even it has some bugs, like sometimes the app crashed. So and then Quan said, no, let's do it now. Let's just put it on the store. I said, there's no way to do it. You know, it's like then your users will hate it, and they start to give us bad reviews, and no one will find the app, and everything will die. And so, but then Quan in the end, she was right, and she convinced me to actually launch the app directly. And actually, it was a very good thing, because then like two things happened after we launched. First of all, we got some users because we made some promotion on Facebook, and actually we asked our friends to just download the app and give the review. And so when we have real users, they gave us some bad reviews, some good reviews, but they gave us definitely feedback. How could we improve the app? And that was really important. So one feedback was, for example, that what was our feedback on? Because we had a lot of actually users from Germany, because we made a bit of marketing in Germany. So we realized that we first have to localize the app in German, because they cannot speak English, so they want the app in German. Or we were missing some important phrases entirely, so we said, okay, they said, okay, this is missing, and then we put it in the app. And the second thing what happened was we got very motivated, because out of a sudden we had real users. Before that we just like program and did some work, but then we had real users, and they gave us feedback, and then there was a really productive time. We still worked full time, but we spent really all our free time hours and all our weekends, even in the holidays when we went to Sri Lanka. Still, when we did programming and
In Maldives.
yeah, Maldives even, yeah.
Maldives.
Yeah, and not all the time Maldives, but definitely we had our laptops there. And that was, and then even like a few months later, when we started to make a little money, because then we put in-app purchases in our apps, and we made money. Then was also a huge factor for us to say, okay, actually people like it, people want to even pay for it, so let's quit our jobs now. Actually, when we quit our jobs, we were not sure at all that this is going to work, but we just knew, okay, some people like it, so just let's try and figure it out. So yeah, that's why I say don't launch too late, because maybe then you launch never, because you're too perfectionistic. So the other one is do marketing, but don't pay for it. So why should you do marketing? I don't know about the videos, for example, but the apps, right now it's really crowded. There's a lot of apps in the store. So if you put your app in the store and you just made it and it's really nice, and you don't do any marketing, you can expect to have 0 downloads. Okay, let's say you have 100 downloads in 2 weeks, in the first 2 weeks. It's really not enough at all, right? And even the downloads will go down, because then Google's algorithm, and Apple's too, is like, if you have a lot of downloads, you will be ranked higher for your keywords. In our case, Thai is the easiest keyword. And you have a lot of downloads, you rank high. If you don't have any downloads, no one finds you. So it's actually, you have to do marketing. So how do you do it? So why you shouldn't pay for it? That's the thing. Like maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was cheap to pay for it. So with paying, I mean like you put like Facebook ads or Google ads or Amazon ads, and yeah, whenever someone clicks, you pay a little bit of money. And maybe that used to be 20 cents each downloads a couple of years ago. Now it's, because the app industry is very mature right now, so it's like at least $2 for each download, 2 to 4, even 4 downloads, and it will increase in the future. Actually, we tried it. We put like maybe $200 into this, and it didn't work at all. So maybe there's a way, but the thing is like it will always cost you $2, and there's almost no way to get the $2 back for your user. Usually in the apps, one user is maybe maybe maximum 20 cents worth or 25 cents. So this is it. So you can try to push your rankings, but then you have at least maybe $2,000 put into the marketing. So anyway, so there's actually cool ways to do everything for free. So what we just did was just posting after we launched the app, just posting on Facebook like all the groups, because a lot of language groups, people are interested to learn language, or people who want to just visit Thailand, they also are interested in this phrase book, maybe. So we just posted in all these groups, and some of the groups got a lot of likes, and then you got a lot of traffic from the groups. And the other way is Twitter, and there are a lot of pages where you can post just your app, and there's forums. So there's a lot of ways you just do it for free. The other one is App Store optimization. So as I said, like you have usually keywords like your name, but then we realized actually it's better to make just learn Thai free maybe, or learn Thai phrasebook or something like this, because the first word is even very important, and it's better when it's learn instead of simply, because no one searches for simply. The people search for learn Thai. So there you can really optimize all the description and the and also the screenshots and the icon. For example, Google, they have the opportunity to make, we call it A/B testing. Like you have, let's say we have an icon of an elephant, and we just make it, we have it green, and then we make it red. And so, and we can say Google, okay, just show 50% of the users show green and 50% show red. And then you can see very accurately if there is an impact, a performance impact, like do the users like green better or like red better. And actually there's a big difference, like sometimes it's 10%, 50% more traffic if you just change the color of the icon. And that's like just one click, right? Or just like a little bit on Photoshop, and then you can increase your traffic 10%. That's great. So these are the two things I would use for free marketing. Yeah. So the next one is think out. Yeah. So think hard about the way to make money, because this in the end is all about. Bless you. So there are a couple of ways. Do you know how the most apps make money?
In-app purchases.
Yeah, in-app purchase one.
Advertisements.
Advertisement, yeah, it's like the biggest ones. And then you have subscription-based model where you have a lot of content, and then every month users will pay a little bit. And then you have still the paid apps, just like you have to pay to download the app. But this is the one I would just now in 2016 I wouldn't do anymore, because it's just much better. You get a lot of competition for free apps, so just make the app free, and then offer more content in the app. And actually this was the way we did it in our app, because it makes sense, because we have a lot of content, so users maybe get 400 phrases for free, and if they want all 1,000, they have to unlock the rest of the phrases. For the ads, it's also really good way of monetization, but mostly maybe for games. It's really good because some people will use your games a lot of the time, and then or a long time, and then they see all the ads and you get a lot of money. So, but to know the pricing, like what do you think? What is a good price for an app for the in-app purchase? I mean, okay, it's really probably hard to say, because I mean,
$2-3 US.
Yeah. So actually, our language app, if you want to unlock it fully is €6.99 euro.
Okay.
Because actually, language, you're right that usually it's cheaper for apps, but the language sector is a little bit more expensive because you have a little more value. But we started with the price, and then you can really easily experiment. You just can in Google, you just change the price. And what we did is we changed the price, let's say from $6.99 to $8.99. It's really, it's 30% increase, right? It's a lot. But then you can just easily track, is the performance better with the new price or worse? And what we figured out was in Germany, in the German-speaking countries, and in Korea, for example, the price, when we went up the price, the profit went up too. So actually a little bit less downloads, a little bit less customers they paid, but because the price was higher, in the end we got more profit. And for the English-speaking countries, even US, the profit went down hugely, like almost 50% sometimes, or 40%. So these are really price sensitive. So we just decided when they're price sensitive, we just lower the price again and see how this works. and if they're not price sensitive, we keep even raise the prices even more. And then we see if we gotta get a sweet spot, like which price is the best one for us and for our customers. Okay, so then the next one is, oh yeah, you should, but one actually talk a little bit already about this, build up business, not like a single app. So first of all, make sure that it's scalable what you do. You shouldn't build an app and that's just a single app because it's very risky. So what in terms of our app, it was good because you could just like learn Thai and then you make 20 other apps in other languages. But also you could do this for games. You could just make one game. For example, a runner game, you run through the streets, and then you make another runner game, you run through the wood, and then another one, you run through the snow, something like this. And then that's why it's very important that you have a portfolio of apps, not just one app, because the coding is very expensive. So if you have one code, it makes sense to make out of one code a lot of apps. And for this, it's also important, as Kwan said, to make this automation, to make some scripts that you can upload everything automatically, and also to really make really good repetitive processes. You can just, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then if you hire someone else to do it, they can just read, okay, I do this, I do this, I do this, and it's very easy for them. If you are very messy in your processes, then it takes a long time to like give someone else the work, because you have to explain them everything and they forget something. Actually, a good way we discovered to do it is just to make some screen videos of the whole process, what you have to do. Like you have to build the app, you have to release the app, you have to build the screenshots, and then make just like 2 or 3 minutes videos for each of these processes, and then they can, the virtual assistants or anyone you hire can use it. Yeah, that's actually the lessons learned. So yeah, you have questions? Yeah.
So the videos are actually what you use to train the people that you outsource to?
Yeah, mostly. I mean, also for us, ourselves, because actually sometimes it gets complicated, and it's always easy to forget something.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a review.
Yeah, for example, I need to do Google Analytics account to check where people come from, male, female, what age, and so on. How to create this account. I have to do Facebook account to also track someone who logs in with our app. And I have to do like MailChimp account, people to sign up. How can I do the landing page? There's a lot of things that I have to do, and when I don't document a process or anything, I will forget it. So everything I documented. Yeah.
I mean, so speaking of that, like, since you guys were just 2 people, or at least for the most part, when you guys created everything, like you said, there's so many things that you have to take care of or handle. How do you prioritize? So it's like, how do you prioritize like whether the code base is good, how much time do you put into the code, how much time do you put into the marketing, how much time do you put in the email marketing, like how much time do you put in the landing page, like what comes first? Because you only have so much time in the day, and I find myself dealing with that all the time. So how do you guys?
Yeah, so a really hard question, right? That's a tough one, yeah. Actually, the good thing is we are a team, and our team is really clear what the responsibilities are. I do only programming and a little bit of hustling marketing, and she does all the rest, right? Yeah. And for me the priority in terms of code, like because we started with the Android app, and I did it because I just actually, if I would have that's also another lesson learned. If I would have started now, I would have started with the iOS app first, because it's just users have more money, and yeah, the conversion rate is much better than iOS. But I started with Android because I knew how to program it. That's all. But I just made sure that the code is just good enough that you can make sure if you add another feature or you fix some bugs that you don't take like a week to do this. So sometimes I also have to refactor a lot, like I rewrite the code often. So I had to make sure, of course you cannot make it very perfect, but at least make sure that the code is in good quality. And then when this was finished and we saw, okay, the Android app is a little bit, they like it and it's almost bug free, then I started on the iOS app. because it's actually two. For those who are not programmers, it's two systems, and the app we do, we have to do twice actually, almost like one code for this like Java programming language, the other code for Swift programming language. So, but for the priority, it was just easy, just like and build a minimal product first with the features with very small amount of features, and then you can always add more features in the end. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have, because I'm coming from the IT consultant and this kind of managing developers, Indian developers were my focus. And so there I use the tracking software, right? But now we just use Excel for every process. Like I have like how to like each status of each process I can track. I can know exactly which language we will be there and which one I have to do what. So that is the thing that I would do first to know, to have an overview of everything, because the Thai app, although it's finished, but when we localize in Italian, I have to launch the Thai app again because the Italian phrases are in there now for Italian people to learn Thai. So I have to launch the Thai app again, but then I have to know as well that I have to do it.
Can I just follow up to say like, so if you have to document, like I do it too, you document everything, your processes and everything, but at the same time, like it gets to a point where you spend almost more time documenting your processes than actually doing the work. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you spend like maybe 2 hours writing the Excel sheet or filling out the Excel sheet. That's 2 hours you could have been doing on spending on marketing or like the landing page or whatever other jobs you handle. So it's like, is it worth it? Because if you don't do it, then you're unorganized. But if you do it, then you kind of waste.
I am the person who like process.
You need.